Hi guys, so this is going to be a reading or another reading for BTS, and it's also going to be a prediction reading for their career of 2026. It's actually, I decided it's very abrupt. It's a bit of it's out of spontaneity, just maybe as a celebration or yeah, a bit as a present to you guys due to, BTS about to um, come back with a full length album and the tour, and they're going to tour for the first time in my country, so I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I guess I just felt the motivation to and the spontaneity and just this feeling of wanting to do another reading for them, so I decided to check a little bit more uh within a smaller time frame, a prediction reading is bound to say. So yeah, that's why I said let's do it per trimester. I should keep it up every trimester. Let's see. I don't know. I'm not, because I haven't planned anything, because it's just a very spontaneous decision. I just meditated a little bit. I pulled cards, and now I'm kind of going to film things, and we're going to find out together what we get. So I'm not really sure of what I will do afterwards. Like, will I keep this up? I hope I do, but I also don't want to make any promises. And I think it's going to be an interesting reading, because it's going to be the three first months of this year. We already have in January, but they're going to release their album on March the 20th. So we're not really going to get the full impact of that album, more like the preparation towards. Yes, maybe it's because it's more at the end of March that they're going to release their album, so I don't think it's going to really show everything, the whole effect of the album. I think the next 3 other months will be actually quite interesting, at least for us. But you also don't. There's so many things that I'm sure they're working on, and there's so many things that are happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of. So this could also be very interesting for us to check out. Also, I'm not sure if I'm going to share this reading. It really depends how it goes. If it's a bit of like, if I'm getting too much of weird energy, sometimes I get too much negativity. Even though that I'm not saying that everything in somebody's life is going badly, but sometimes like it's a warning, like, okay, you really need to focus on this, and I just don't want to rain on anybody's parade. While we're so happy that they're going to release something, so I don't want to do that. I don't see the point of that. So it really depends how this reading goes, that I'm going to share it or not. I have no idea what's in here, so that's why I'm not sure if I will. I will just do the reading as if I'm doing it pretty much by myself, and at the end I will decide, will I share it or not. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to get started away. As you can see, I already pulled from different decks. It was really interesting because some decks, a lot of cards fell off. Like they really, I don't know. I just felt like I need to keep them. Though it was one of those readings where I felt like, okay, there is a bit of anxiety here. That not really desperation, but more of like excitement too, or like things will happen also very intensely. I don't know. I always get it when like a lot of cards are popping out, as if there's a lot to say, a lot to communicate. Is what I keep thinking of. But yeah, for some decks, a lot of cards kept turning and popping out. So I did see some, and they're really interesting, and I'm really excited to put everything together and see what we get, the whole picture. So yeah, I'm going to get started right away. It's going to be pretty similar as their other reading, but I try to do it with much less text. But yeah, still it's going to be a lot, I think, because so many cards fell off for certain decks. We'll see. We'll really see. I'm actually quite excited. But yeah, let's chill and do this reading. All right, you might hear some background noise. My dog is here chewing on a toy. So yeah, nothing to do about it. Let's start. The Five of Swords, conflict and defeat. We have the Hermit, separation. We have the Five of Pentacles, financial and material change. And we have the Seven of Swords, disappointment and jealousy. Okay, quite interesting. It's already starting out very juicy. Give me a sec. The Five of Swords represents the industry. It represents how cutthroat it is and how competitive it is and how people are willing to walk over the other and all of that. The hermit in separation, it's in some sort of way, it reminds me of the previous reading that I said, like it's they're going back to that war zone, and they have to gear up again. And I also remember saying that there could still be people not accepting them, still gatekeeping things, and also there will be a lot of people wanting them not to succeed. It's like they want to see them crumble, and they're aware of this. I feel like they, yeah, for sure they're aware of this. There's definitely worries about this. They don't want to prove them right. In some sort of way, they're trying to keep their distance from these people. They're trying to be careful, and I also feel like almost being outcasted, no matter how much recognition they could get, or um, no matter how much they show their power, there will still be people not wanting them in certain places within the industry. Or maybe because they're from another country, maybe because they're a boy band, maybe because of this, or it doesn't matter, different reasons, or because they are doing it by themselves. Because the hermit, I'm not saying specific completely by themselves, but they're not playing by the rules or completely by the rules. And some people saying like, you need to play by like my rules, this is my house, you play by my rules. And if they don't do what you want them to do, they could, try to make things more difficult. And that's also what I see with separation, not only because they're different in so many ways that people can be like, no, like you're different, I don't want you. Like people are always scared of things, these kind of things. But could also be because they don't play completely by their rules, by these gatekeepers, by these people, the big shots in certain industries, and they're like being outcasts because of that. So as much as I think is going to be a lot of support, their enemies will still be there. Even new ones could be created, but also along the way, new support could come. But I'm saying that it's never going to stop. They're never going to not have hate. They're not. There will always be somebody not wanting them to succeed and being jealous of what they have, and specifically all the money that they're able to provide. There's so much jealousy with this. Like people want what they have, and they want to take it away from them, and it's like, if it cannot be mine, then I rather you not have it, because like I don't want you to see succeed. This could be so many people. This could be, people in the public, social media, people just hating them because they are successful, or they're whatever, for whatever reason, so stupid. But this could also be within the industry. This could be colleagues, whatever. There's a lot of jealousy and a lot of people wanting them to fail, because yeah, they're projecting. If I'm talking about these colleagues and everything, other people, when it comes to these big industry companies, it's because like, if I can't have you, nobody can have you. That's the sentence that I keep getting, and this reminds me of Jungkook's reading. I don't know if I ever shared this, but there was one reading where there was something very weird going on, and it's like they wanted him, and it's like, because he will say no, it's like, okay, now we're going to make things more difficult for you. It was a very like a reading from a very long time ago, but that sentence comes up again, and I remember it had to do with this industry people, where he was trying to break through, but he was not doing the things they wanted him to do, and there was this deal that, okay, we'll give you all the support, but in return he has to sacrifice things, he has to play by the rules. It reminds me also of BTS reading, where I said like, they will try to trap them. They will try to trap them. It's like everything comes at a cost, and it's up to everybody to decide, am I willing to pay that cost? And it's like them not doing so. So in some sort of way, it's like they're being punished because of it. And this could not only represent them, this could represent maybe Hive, this could represent their management, saying like, no, 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 like we're not going to work with you because we know what we have to give up instead. Maybe or control, or creative control, or maybe some other things, whatever is going on that you want in return. And there is this being outcasted, and not like some people or certain organizations within a or multiple industries not wanting them to succeed, because like you're rogue, you're kind of going against the stream, you or like you're in or you're out. That's what I keep getting here. And there's a lot of jealousy, a lot of, oh, I also think there's going to be some betrayals, because people will not show you directly who they truly are, what their true intentions are. And that's what you see also with the mask. People will come looking very friendly, I just want to help, but actually they just want to, what's the word, they want to, um actually want to put obstacles in your way. They're like pretending to be there for you while they're actually doing something backhanded. That's what I keep thinking of. Because people are not, they're never going to truly tell you their true intentions, specifically in this industry. There's a lot of fakeness going on, and they're aware. I also feel like they're trying to be very careful by kind of separating themselves, but also I feel like they have been pushed to separate themselves, not like they wanted to. It's because they know that things are not always what it looks like, people are not always what they look like, and they've seen this before, and I think it will continue to happen. Unfortunately, as much as they could have so much success, there's still going to be people that will not allow them for so many reasons, out of jealousy, out of just because they're Koreans, because they're not from America, or they're not white, whatever. It can be really some whatever. Oh, you're just K-pop, so you're not good enough. Can be so many reasons, so many, or like, oh, I wanted my groups, or I wanted my artist to do better than you, but like you're taking all these things from us, so we're going to do some difficulties, like something difficult, like put some obstacles. Doesn't matter. Like there's so much backstabbing, there's so much stepping over others kind of energy going on here with this. It's almost like a cross. With this Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords, they want to defeat him. And as I said before, there's going to be a lot of great things happening for them, but they cannot win them all. Sometimes there's going to be obstacles that might not be able to overcome ever, or maybe just not now. It really depends, and they just have to cut their losses and move on, or return later and try again with better resources or whatever else they need to overcome those obstacles. But as I said, not everything will go smooth sailing, and not all opportunities and endeavors will pan out the way they want to, and there could be some fakeness, or like people, they could find out later on, like, damn, we shouldn't have trusted these people, we shouldn't have signed this contract, now we're stuck, and we're getting the short end of the stick with this contract. But what can we do? It's a contract, we cannot really just say no. So that's pretty much what I keep getting, and it reminds me of that initial reading, as I said, that there could be, like, they could be tricked into maybe going for something, and then they find out actually it's not beneficial at all, actually it's not looking good, but we already made a deal, there's nothing we can do, we just have to wait, do things that we need to do until this contract is over. That's pretty much what I keep getting here overall. So yeah, I think they're still deciding on so many things. They're aware, but they're aware there's so many fakeness, but they cannot see through everything. Yeah, like they're not no gods, they're human beings that can make mistakes. So there could be some bad financial decisions, as much as there could be so many good financial decisions. Yeah, as I said, they cannot win them all. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have here. Let's move on with the rest of the cards. Let's see with the tarot cards. We have the Two of Swords. Well, yeah. We have the Star. Give me a sec to make some room. We have the Death card. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Two of Swords, again, a lot of swords here. This could be an impasse. This could be them having a blockage, like, oh my god, there is a dilemma. What should we do now? And they cannot right away figure it out how to overcome it or how to solve it. That's pretty much what I see. There could be, and this could also be other people blocking them. I kept getting a cross, and now you see it here with the Two of Swords. It's actually also a cross. Like people were saying, like it's like you have this sign saying like you're not allowed here, like entry, like you're not allowed to enter this place. That's what I keep getting. There's these gatekeepers, these people wanting to block them from certain opportunities, or for them to advance in different ways, because of so many reasons, as I said, jealousy, so many other things that they have this, like, or if I can't have you, nobody can have that was also the vibe. Very weird energies. But yeah, We have here the star, so that's pretty much telling me that even though there could be so many obstacles, there's still going to be so many opportunities, and they're still going to shine there, that star. There's also this protection from the universe I kept getting. It reminds me of that angel, like you're protected by the angels, you're protected by the universe. This is not going to stop them from shining. It's not going to stop them from still doing amazingly, and also from bringing a change, because that's what people want to prevent. It's like, you are a rebel, you're going to bring a change, and we don't want that, because you have to play by us, our rules, not by, we don't want to play by your rules. Like, if you get away with things, then other people will come, other artists will come, and they think like, oh, maybe I can do it also, and then they will also follow in your footsteps. And that's what we do not want, because they want to stay in power. These gatekeepers are the ones in power, and they don't want to be overruled, they don't want to be overtaken. And like, also that BTS becomes an example for like, oh, it actually can be this way too, and that others go in that way and then they lose much more. And so that's what I keep getting here with the death card. And also, death card is change, in the sense of like, people are afraid of change, and it's like they're different, they come with something different, they look different, and it's like, yeah, as I said, people, a lot of people are scared of the unknown, and that is pretty much what change is. So that's pretty much what I see here. The Eight of Pentacles, the elevation, said no matter what, there's going to be obstacles, and yes, they could stumble, yes, they could fall, but they will always get up and continue on. And that's what you see with the Eight of Pentacles, is elevation and growth in their career. It's them just going hard on, continuing on, and not giving up. That's pretty much what you see here. It's like somebody that continues to create and work and invent. That's the kind of word that's coming through. They could invent a new way of passing through for certain obstacles. As I said, not all of them can go as like, they cannot overcome all of them, they cannot solve all of them, but a lot they will. And there's going to be, they will have so much force too, they will not be stopped, is what I want to say. Yes, they could be delayed, they could be some like struggles here and there, but it's not going to stop them from shining eventually, or continue to elevate and continue to have that expansion and growth that they're supposed to have with the previous reading too. And they're supposed to bring change. As I said, there's the need to break traditions that were never good traditions, and that's what these gatekeepers are scared of, and they will do everything they can to stop them. So yeah, let's move on and see what we have further. I'm just going to put it like this. Give me a sec. So we have the Ace of Swords. This is victory. So it's right underneath the Two of Swords. This is pushing through. This is victory and overcoming obstacles. Like with your sword, you're cutting through that X. You're cutting through that obstacle. As I said, not all of them. Please be aware of that. The Hangman is like right underneath two major arcana, right underneath the star. They could really put things up in there, like upside down. They could really make a lot of turmoil in so many industries, and that's what a lot of people are afraid of, and that's, I think, what is needed. I think that's what the universe wants them to do. That's interesting. And even if there's going to be so many obstacles, yes, it could slow them down, but eventually it's like they can trap you for a little while, but you get a knife and you cut through and you're kind of free again, and you continue on the journey. It's like you're in a jungle with so many booby traps in this new territory, and you have so many booby traps put by so many enemies, and they're also searching for you, and you're just trying to survive and be able to get to the destination that you need to get. And yes, here and there you'll get hurt, yes, here and there you will fall, here and there you get trapped, but you will be able to get yourself free and continue on. You will still be the star, you will continue to still shine. And here we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. There's still a lot of things that they're still working on, and they're still kind of considering. With the Knight of Cups, there's so many opportunities coming their way. They're trying to be as strategic as they can and very smart, and really like seeing through the BS as much as they can, but they're still knights, and these knights are not completely kings, in the sense of like they're not completely mature or wise enough, or maybe even experienced enough. That's pretty much the word that I am searching for, to really know, okay, who can I trust, who can I not trust? Because I said there's going to be a new territory coming for them, and I said it's like a jungle, and it's like everything feels new, and you don't know you know what to trust or what not to trust. You don't know your way through the jungle because it's completely new. You need to get familiar with it, and you need to also know, for example, which plants are okay to eat. Like, oh, maybe this mushroom is okay, but this one is toxic. But because you're new in this territory, you still need to make some mistakes to figure things out. So that's what I keep getting here. Yes, they're going to do their best to really make right choices and to really, see through a lot of this kind of fakeness, but I don't think they will be able to see through all of them. Of course not. They're also humans, as I said, and they're still these new things that might be coming. They feel still a bit unfamiliar to them, or even kind of like because they've been out of, you know, that environment for some time. It's like they need to also get used to it again. So it can have so many factors, but what I'm saying is like they still need a lot more of experience and on get more familiar with their surroundings to next time know better. And yes, there could be here some mistakes. So yeah, there could be great things with the Knight of Cups, but there could also be some weird stuff coming through that they are not aware of, that they're saying yes to. But yeah, nothing I can do. They will still, again, it's right on the Eight of Pentacles. That's not going to stop them. Yes, it can, as I said, it can slow them down. Yes, it can hurt them in some sort of way, but that doesn't mean that they're like their feet are still working, their legs are still working, so they can still move on. Yes, there could be some scratches here and there, something can hurt, but you still can walk. That's what I'm saying. You can still run, maybe not at the same speed that you were running before, but you can still do it, and eventually you will get to your destination. So yeah, quite interesting. Let's see what we have further on. We have the Sun, of course. We have the Eight of Wands, sorry, the Seven of Wands, the Five of Swords again, and we have, oh, the alien. Give me a sec. The alien is a hermit. What I was saying, like you don't belong, separations, like you're an alien, you come here and think like, you can come here and overtake things, you're not like us, like go away. There's this outcasting. It's interesting because I said it's like they're being outcast because they're different or because they're doing something different, actually both. And that's what you see. You're an alien, like people fear what they don't know. It's like an alien comes, you don't know if it's coming in peace, you don't know what they're up to, but you immediately think, no, they're hostile, they're trying to take what's mine. So that's what I keep saying that it's already two cards the same. So both Five Swords and the hermit are here back again. That is people not wanting to accept them, and they will try everything they can to undermine them. This can be in so many ways, and I mean from so many areas. As said, within the industry, this could be just haters. Outside of that, can be anything, colleagues, whatever. I see a lot of jealousy, but also kind of like wanting what they have, but also just people hating because they're different, because they're doing their own thing. But also kind of this vibe of like, you think you're special, you're not special. It's that weird, like, you're worth as if you're less. I don't know, it's like you think you're better than me. I don't know, there's this sentence coming through, like, but actually you're projecting. Like, I think you have not really much self-worth, so you're kind of like hating other people for having self-worth. I don't know, something weird's coming through, like, yeah, some people just hating them because it's like, oh, you're not special, like, don't think you're special. Like, people hating people that have something about them because you feel like you lack it, so you hate it that other people have it. That's also what I keep getting. This could be more external, and one of the reasons why people are trying to go after them. But yeah, so people from so many sides there. You see this person trying to attack this alien. Like, before this alien just sets a foot into or onto Earth, they're like, no, let's kill it before it says something, because it's, oh no, we don't know, it's probably hostile, let's go for it, let's kill it. That's what I see here. So there could already be, for this 3 months, people already wanting to sabotage as much as they can so that they can, damage their momentum. But we have here the Sun and the Seven of Wands. No matter what, people will throw things at them. They will do what they can to protect themselves. What you see in this person is like, I'm going to stand my ground, I'm going to protect myself, I'm going to protect this group and the people that I love. They all are also expecting it in some sort of way, and they're going to do whatever they can to stand and not give up and not be defeated, or not even show it in some sort of way. But you see it with the Sun, they're the Sun. these obstacles and this victory, they're like, you cannot compete against the sun. You cannot make the sun disappear. Because then, to be honest, for a lot of these people, you need that sun because then you're also shining because of the sun. So this could also have something to do with the K-pop industry. Because yeah, it's like we need to get rid of the sun, but you're not really thinking long term. Like, okay, if the sun is gone, then what are we going to do? We're all going to die. That's what I keep getting here with this. Like, they all want to sabotage you. Not all, but there is for sure some people, because I keep getting from different directions, and there's a lot of people that want to see them fail. Which is there's so much weird energy here of like, there's so much jealousy and like really hoping and wishing that they fail. It's incredible, to be honest. But you're not thinking long term. If they're gone, you're screwed in some sort of way, because like, what are you going to do without the sun? So, but they're still going to try. Like, we're still going to. We'll figure about it. We'll figure it out later. Like, it's okay. Are you kidding me? Oh God. But yeah, let's see what the next cards. We have partnership, joining forces with business partners for win-win cooperation. Prioritize your connections. If I say, as much as there could be people gatekeeping them and them kind of being outcasted, there's still going to be a lot of people wanting to be there. I also said that with the previous reading. There's still going to be great opportunities and people really thinking, okay, they could really believe in them, or they could really like what they stand for, but it could also just be pure business wise. Like, you earn money, I also want to earn money. It's going to be a very lucrative business. Let's go for it. And they don't care about other things. Like, I just want also to make money, I also want to have the success. So let's do this. And fine. But you also have people that are very emotionally invested into these things, or they have this pride that, oh, how dare you, or like, I'm the one in control, like, how dare you try to take this from me, like, all this kind of weird people. But yeah, there's going to be for sure great partnerships that they're still working on, because I feel like they're still in the making. We have celebration that could be very successful. Kick off the party activities and have a great time. Plan for a joyful future. There's a lot of hope. There's a lot of excitement, not only for the fandom, but also for sure them too. Let's see, we have mind power. Use your intelligence, analyze data, logic, and think rationally. Lead with your mind. See, they're still making a lot of decisions, and they're trying to be as conscientious as they can. They're trying to be as smart as they can. But I said, not, you cannot figure everything out. You cannot see through everything, which is normal. But at least they're really being smart about things, or as much as they can. We have money matters, expenses, saves, costs, resources, plan ahead, make an informed choice. Yeah, a lot of a lot of money talks. And again, there could be some, wait, I think it was the five of swords, sorry, the five of pentacles reversed. It could be some mistakes here and there, like, oh, okay, we have to cut our losses, we need to move on. Yeah, was a bad investment, we need to move on. But as I said, other ones will be very great partnerships. This was a great choice. Okay, these other things didn't pan out, we know better. It's like, again, that mushroom was toxic. I still ate it because I didn't know it was toxic. I got sick because of it, but now I'm better. But now I also know better. Now I know that I'm not going to eat from a mushroom again. So yeah, or I also know that I need to be more careful in this way. That's also possible. But yeah, let's move on with the next cards. Of course, for cycle, we have a new beginning. We have behind a mask again, 2 times a mask, intentions. Yeah, people, well, it's, as I said, they will try to sabotage things before it already kind of is going to get going, before even the album is going to be released. People are already trying. It's, again, the flies to a light. Like, let's go and now do things what we can. Let's sabotage as much as we can. But also could also be people that, let's take advantage. But let's pretend that we're there to help, but let's take advantage because I want money, and like they're shining, so we need to get a bit of that light. Can be so many intentions, but there's a lot of fakeness going on. As I said, there's also a lot of people wanting them to fail, and then like saying, like, if I get closer, I can put these obstacles here and there, and they're for sure going to fail or something like that. Reminds me of like these cartoons from the past. Like, there was this cartoon, and it was like there's these two animals, and there was always this one that was always putting some obstacles and some traps for the other one to fall, but he never is able to catch him. He's never able to make him uh he's never able to defeat him. I don't remember this Looney Tunes show. I forgot, and I'm kind of mixing them up a little bit, but it reminds me like that. Yeah, I'm sorry. It came up in my mind all of a sudden. So yeah. Yes, yeah, spirit, your higher self, they will still continue to be who they are and try to stay as true as they can to themselves and make decisions based on that. And when people come with some weird propositions and it's like they're looking at the options, or they're looking at what the other people are wanting in return, and they're saying like, sorry, this is not aligned with who we are, or like we're not willing to sacrifice ourselves, our souls for this, so we're going to do our own way. And yes, that could really anger a lot of people, because that's not how it's supposed to go. A lot of people should think like that's the only way, so we need to make this deal, and yeah, you're actually trapped. And it's them not really doing so, it's them going against the stream, but it's is that going against the stream, like, is that how you say it? But even so, you know how difficult it is to kind of swim against the current. Is that how you say it? Yeah. Do you know how difficult it is, how exhausting it is, and how, more effort you need to put in? So there's going to be benefits, but there's also going to be a lot of disadvantages of them saying no to certain things and doing things their own way, with their company and their management. So yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be smooth sailing. I'm saying it's a very tough choice for them to make them. It's much easier to go with the flow than go against it. And yes, great things will come out of it, but they cannot win them all, as I said. Let's move further. We have the fourth chakra archangel Raphael. We have Door to Spirit. That's beautiful. And we have Journey. It's another card that I got also with the previous reading. This is the heart. I know this also, the heart chakra also came through. It's like they're going to stay true to themselves. The things that they're going to put out feels very personal. They're pouring their heart into it, and their feelings and how they felt, and also how they're feeling for their fans. Like there's a lot of love for the fans and love for music and appreciation. Door to Spirit, I feel like it reminds me again of that, of the previous reading where I said like they're going in the right direction. It's as if this pigeon is guiding them through different doors and say like, okay, you're in the right direction, let's just continue. It's like as if this literally is like a spirit guide telling them, okay, now go this way, now go that way, and they're trying to really stay true to themselves. And it's going to be a new journey. And reminds me again of that jungle. You're going to new territories, and you will have to make a decision: do I go this way or do I go that way? Maybe in that way there's a trap, but because you don't know that territory well, you have to now face those things. But again, as you get more used to that surroundings, now you know, okay, this way is going, there's going to be a bear there, so I'm going to avoid that. I'm going to the other direction, because there is an oasis or whatever. Like there is a place where I can rest, and I know that it's there. It's a new territory, and it's going to be very adventurous, exciting, scary, so many things for them, and they will have to discover all of that. But yeah, also as they elevate, new doors will open, new opportunities will come, but you also don't know, are they truly opportunities, or are they actually traps? So let's see. Oh my god. Abandonment, feelings of unworthiness, rejection. Again, the alien, the hermit, separation. Is there them being pushed out? We have wealth, abundance, entitlement. They will have so much more money coming through. I also feel like a lot of money will continue to be invested into their, whole tour and album. People will definitely show that. It reminds me again of that reading that I said. It's like with the empire, and I said like, reminds me of somebody that's, you can see that they start from humble beginnings, because they first have a little house, but then you see like, actually this person is doing very well in their career, because every time I pass this street or this road, this person has updated their house, and it's like completely different from like a little house to like a whole mansion or a whole villa. I don't know how else I can explain, but that's the image that I keep getting. So it's going to be very in your face, like, oh my god, they're using all, like, oh my god, they're doing this. I cannot even imagine how much money they're putting into this. It's, they're going to flaunt in some sort of way. Is that the word, flaunt? They're going to show off their money in your face, not in the, like, in an arrogant way, like, look at my money, and they're going to literally show it. No, it's more of like the things that they're going to do, maybe with their tour, with the music video, what with the album, how it looks, the quality of things, like, oh my god, they put a lot of money into this too, but I also feel like they're going to get a lot of money because of it too. So yeah, that's pretty much what I keep thinking of here. I have Archangel Zadkiel. Okay. Compassion, freedom, forgiveness. This is them moving on. This is them not. I understand there's going to be a lot of anger because there's going to be a lot of fake people around them, and I'm sure it's going to hurt them. There's going to be a lot of grieving too, because maybe you didn't even expect it from some people. And it's just, who wants fake people around them? Who wants people that are taking advantage of you, or kind of secretly wanting you to fail, or even very blatantly telling you that they want you to fail? But I think it's just them having to move on. More like it's almost like them saying it is what it is. This is what happens in our career. Like, this is what we knew was coming and is part of our lives. It feels a bit sad in the sense of, like, they have given in, like, this is how our life will continue to be, or how it's always going to look like. As long as they're at the top of the chain, there will always be this sentiment, these feelings, and these people will always be there. These flies will always be circling around you, and there's nothing they can do, nothing else. And sometimes I just have to walk on, because if I let them know if I let them get to me, it's as if I'm giving them my power away. And I need to focus on other things. I need to pivot away. That's what I was saying. Like, you need to be flexible and let go of control. Like, certain things where you feel like it's so unfair. It's not like, why does this happen? And why are they getting away with these things? And sometimes you can get so frustrated and stuck in that energy of, like, wanting them to get their payback, or in some sort of way getting your justice. But sometimes it cannot happen at a moment. Sometimes you need to walk away and move on. That's what I keep getting also. Not everybody will feel that way too. It's going to be so much growth, and I said it's personal growth too, not only in their career but also personal. It's in some sort of way becoming the bigger man, and it's very difficult to have that. Some people have that more in their nature, that's just who they are, but other people will have so many difficulties doing so. And it could be that they do so not because they want to, but more out of necessity, because they have to. Like, I cannot stay stuck here, we need to move on, because otherwise we could lose these other things. So we really need to act fast. There's a lot of action that they need to take. It needs to happen at certain times. So sometimes they cannot take the luxury to feel a certain way too much about something. And it's like, we need to move on, and we cannot let this get to us. But also, I keep getting, like, certain people, they're just like, it's not personal. It's all, like, it's all business. So it's like, let go of that. Don't take it personally. That certain people are not there to be your friends, and if they do something, it can be beneficial for you at one time, but it can also be disadvantage. It can be a disadvantage for you on the next time. So don't take it personally. Like, you can get along very well, but that doesn't mean that you're friends. And that's also what I keep getting here with this compassion, freedom, and forgiveness. Like, don't take it personally. Move on. Some people are just there for certain opportunities. Like, you cannot use the same person for one thing, but maybe for this other thing, and you need to learn to understand that it reminds me like a friend. Like, certain friends are there for everything in life, but you have certain friends that can only be one kind of a friend. Like, oh, when you go to parties, that is the friend to go to. Or when you, like, you need to do this other thing, that friend is only useful for that thing. It should not be, but they're this kind of things that, like, okay, I know what I got with you. I know what I'm getting with you. If if I connect with you, if I make business with you. So it's kind of like that. It's making things not personal, because people are just, some people are just there to make money, and they're like, okay, it's the game. What can you do? Don't hate the player, hate the game. So that's pretty much what I keep getting here too. It's not getting personal about certain things happening to them due to people that they know, because you're not friends. They're just trying to earn their money, and it is the game. That's how it is. So yeah, let's see the last card. We have devotion, spiritual practices, intuitive history. Interesting. That's a card that I've never had before. They're devoted to each other, they're devoted to their career, they're devoted to army, and I think it will also show on the other way eventually. It reminds me of the previous dream where I said like things will be things will tighten again. It's like things were kind of going up, like there was this, what's the word, disparagement, sorry, there isn't a word for it. Things were becoming fragmented, that's the word that I maybe should use. But now it's as if things need to go back to the center. Things are tightening up, like a hairband that throughout the years was kind of becoming more loose, but in some sort of way you use something that's becoming tight again. That is what I keep thinking of. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we're going now to end it with the tea leaves that I pulled. Let's see what we get. We have egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. Reminds me also of the reading. I don't remember where it was, but I remember saying that the eggs, like they were going to put different eggs in different baskets, and some of them are really going to pan out very greatly. I don't remember, but I remember talking about that, eggs in basket, and now it's coming again with an egg. Was that the same card? I don't think so. We have ladder. It says climbing towards success, of course. We have fair man. This I remember. It's the second time that I'm getting this. Dealings or relationships with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. This maybe has something to do with compassion and freedom and forgiveness. Like some people in the industry are not your friends, even though they could give you great opportunities, or they can give you a hand one time. That doesn't mean that they will do so the next time, or that they're on your side, and or that they will always help you. So yeah, it's like, don't take it personal. They're not your friends. We have sun, happiness and well-being, again 2 times the sun. We have hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Maybe before things really going to get hectic, they might take a couple of days or a week of vacation. Let's see, we have apple. It says temptation will test you and it's right underneath this man. As I said, there's going to be a lot of opportunities being offered to them, and it's up to them if they're going to take them or not. There's going to be consequences, good and bad, for either way what they choose. So I was saying, like, they could be offered something and they could say no thank you, because the consequence would be too big, like, or like what they want in return would be too much, or would not really align with who they are. But then there's also going to be bad consequences of, like, okay, you say no to me, I'm going to put obstacles so that you fail. It's as if whatever decision you make, new openings will come, new path lines will come, or new good opportunities will come, but also a lot of obstacles and troubles will come. And it's kind of like that. Every decision will have their consequences, both good and bad. Even if you have good intentions, even doesn't matter, it still will come with different things. And that's why it could be very difficult to make a decision, because you need to weigh them out. It's like, okay, if I say yes, this is the good things, this is the bad things. Like, and if I say no, this and this could happen, what should I do? What am I willing to sacrifice? What am I willing to still go for, or say like it's still worth it? It's kind of like that. It's going to be very tough decisions for them. It's not going to be easy. And as I said, not everything will pan out greatly. They will have to cut their losses here and there, but yeah, that is how they gain experience, and that's how they learn. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm finished. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and until the next time, bye bye.